This girl's name is Inami Sikeni, and she'll be making the greatest mistake in her life by getting too comfortable with a total stranger. Inami is a 19-year-old girl from South Africa. She's a second-year pilot student in the Focus Air Pilot School in Durban. On the night of July 12, 2024, Inami decided to go out to a local bar a few minutes from her hostel to while away time. Upon arriving at the bar, she met two male friends of hers, so she quickly joined their table to take some shots of alcohol and listen to music. It is unclear if these two male guys were also students from the pilot school, but it was said that they got along pretty well. 2 hours into the sitting, a nice good-looking gentleman approached the table Imani was sitting with her two friends. This gentleman showed some keen interest in Inami right away. He then offered to spread the table. Few hours into the night, the two friends decided to leave Inami in the care of this stranger because they've had little too much to drink. Inami was smiling all through the conversation with this new guy. They did not want to ruin Inami's moment of joy, but little did they know that this decision to leave Inami alone with this stranger was the biggest mistake they could ever make. After these two men have left, few hours to the conversation between Inami and this stranger took a different turn. Now, this stranger was venting at Inami. Inami was venting back. It is unclear what happened at that moment because one moment Inami was comfortable with this stranger and all of a sudden this stranger started acting weird and Inami also started acting strange towards this stranger. It may seem that this stranger offered to buy Inami whatever she wanted so that in return he could take Inami home. But Inami also at a point decided not to go along with this plan because she felt that no, she was being way over her head. A CCTV footage shows the stranger dragging Inami to his car. At this point, Inami was way drunk and she could not fight back. 4 days go by and Inami has not yet returned to her hostel. Her parents were worried because usually they hear from their daughter every time before she goes to bed. So this friend had to go to the hostel to find out if Inami had been to the hostel. When the parents went to the hostel, Inami wasn't there. Inami's parents filed a missing persons report to the police, so the police started doing their investigation. The police went to this very bar that Inami visited and they asked some few people around, especially the bartender, if he had seen anything weird or unusual. The bartender said yes, Inami is a regular customer of his because she comes there usually in the weekend to wind down. She came and she met two friends of hers. We were having a good time and then another guy joined. The bartender said he had never seen that guy at the bar before, but Inami and the guy kicked it off nicely. They were all jolly making and having shots together. The bartender said from the look of things, it seems it was a conscious effort from that stranger to get Inami drunk so that he could have his way with her. On the 16th of July 2024, 4 days after Inami had gone missing, a farmer went to his farm. Whilst he was at his farm, he saw a body wrapped in a sack. Actually, it was the legs hanging out from the sack. Then he quickly announced to the police. So the police came there to investigate the body, and unfortunately for the police and Inami's parent, it was Inami. Inami has been sexually assaulted and her hands were tied behind her back and she was strangled to death. This is the story of Inami, the young lady who trusted a stranger, who felt way too comfortable with a total stranger. I keep saying that you don't trust people, especially Inami is a young girl. She's just 19. I believe if she was a bit older, she wouldn't have made this decision to get way drunk with a stranger whom you don't know. So I think this is a story which will serve as a deterrent to other young girls out there, even grown-up girls, because even if you're grown or you're young, you know, drastic things may happen to you. So this should be a deterrent, a story that you should listen and learn and take 1 or 2 things from that. When you go to a bar, make sure that you complete, you have your own set of money on you. Make sure that you are amongst friends that you trust. Even some friends that you do trust may even betray you at the long run. From sources, people are saying that the two guys Inami met at the bar have a hand in what has happened to Inami, because they feel that they couldn't score Inami, so they needed somebody who was different, somebody who was outside, somebody who Inami didn't know, who would come as a Prince Charming to lure and sweep her off her feet for her to go follow the guy so that they could also have turns on Inami. So this is a tragic story of Inami. The police are still in investigation trying to find out who this stranger was, because from the CCTV camera you can't really see his face clearly. I'll be giving you update on the turnout of the story as time goes on. This is Twisted True Crime. Thanks for lending me your ears. Like, share and subscribe to my channel.